Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Pre-Market News and Views by In the Money Stocks. Today is Tuesday, June 26, 2012. There's a lot to cover, so let's jump right into the charts. We'll start off with the usual S&P 500 E-mini futures, which are trading higher by about 50 cents at the moment at 13.07. So futures have started to pull back. The reason why, it looks like Spanish and Italian bond yields are starting to surge higher once again. And when bond yields go up in Europe, that usually tells you that the US dollar index is going up right here. And you can take a look at the US dollar index, which is starting to surge itself. And when the dollar makes a move higher, usually the markets will deflate and make a move lower. That's pretty much how it works these days. US dollar index right now is positive by 7 cents. It was negative earlier. However, it has shot up and the futures have come back down. Notice here how the dollar is pulled back in a little bit, just off the high, and you'll see that the futures immediately react. As soon as the dollar pulls back, futures catch a little bit of a bid. So the computers are at work here, and you can see how the dollar will influence the action in the S&P 500, sometimes virtually tick by tick. So keep that on your radar today, all day long. It is probably the most important chart you could watch, the US dollar index chart at all times. A lot of different news events taking place today. Yesterday it looks like Moody's downgraded a bunch of Spanish banks into junk, so junk status, and that's where they are today. So we'll have to see how the market reacts off of that. I got to say, yesterday's decline, the market factored most of that in before it even happened. It looks like Spain had a bond auction today. It looks like 3.08 billion euros in short-term debt, but yields are starting to rise, and that's all that matters. Italy also issued, I believe, 3 billion euro worth of debt, zero coupon bonds. So again, we'll see how the market reacts. You could tell once the yields start to move higher, if the central bankers don't come in and buy those bonds, those yields go up rather quickly. So once again, it's very important to keep an eye on the US dollar index. That'll tell you everything that's going on around the market or in Europe for the most part. Alright, couple of other things to talk about quickly. One, last night in the Asian markets, you had basically a flat market for the most part. The Nikkei was down about 0.8%. Therefore, if today's market is weak, watch the Japanese ADRs. They could be under some pressure. The Hang Seng actually, which is Hong Kong, actually squeaked out a gain of about 0.4%. The Shanghai was flat. Australia was down about 0.4%. And then you had the Indian Sensex, which was basically flat, up 0.1%. So we're not going to make too much out of Asia, but watch the Japanese ADRs. That's what's pretty important, at least at the moment. Let's take a look here at oil and gold this morning. Gold looks like it's trading down about $5 to $15.83. Gold had a very, very good move yesterday as money really rallied into gold. Today you see gold coming under pressure. The GLD, which closed around 153.76, trading around 153.25 today. But gold was very, very strong yesterday. Today it is retreating a little bit. As we mentioned, oil trading down about 20 cents to 79.01. Let's take a look at the USO today. USO is trading right around, let's get rid of these lines, right around the 29.68 level on the USO. So again, a little retreat for the USO. Closed yesterday at 29.80. Just a little retreat so far. But if that dollar moves higher, expect oil to go down, gasoline to go down. All commodities could be under pressure. The dollar is really the driving force, and ultimately it will drive the stock market lower as well. That's the way it works these days. There's a few different stocks in the news today, which are worth noting. Nothing great out there, but there are some movers. Let's take a look at Research in Motion first. This is a popular one. Not that it's moving all that much, but it looks like the company may break into two separate parts. There's also talk that Amazon wants to buy them, or Facebook wants to buy them. I don't know how much you can make out of these rumors. Again, the stock still looks terrible to me, and looks like it wants to go down to around the $8 level, maybe even lower than that. But right now, I would be very, very careful. But you're getting the rumor mill with Research in Motion since the stock price is so low. But you know, we've seen the same thing with stocks like Nokia. You get the rumors. It's now a $2 stock. So again, looks like research in motion. Nokia are just having trouble trying to compete with the Apple iPhone and the Android operating system. So we'll see how that all plays out. But either way, you slice it or dice it. I'm just not seeing a lot for research in motion, despite the news today that it's going to be broken up, and they got potential buyers out there from Amazon and Facebook. Whether it's true or not, it's just a rumor at this time. Let's take a look at Coinstar. CSTR is the ticker symbol on this one. This one had a pretty good sell-off, but it's now rebounding right back up to the $64 level. There's still a lot of resistance around 66 bucks on the daily chart. If this stock sells off, watch these levels today. Very, very good levels today. 63 has been punctured a little bit, so it may not be that great, but I'd watch 61.70, $60.42, $59, whole round number. That's going to be a support level, and then ultimately down to around the 57 level, and then the 56.31. All of those levels could see small bounces. I know there's a lot of levels there, but they should give you at least scalp opportunities on each of those levels. Let's take a look at SUPR. This here looks like a biotech. There it is. Oh, maybe that's not the symbol. Yep, that's not the symbol. Maybe it's SURP. There was a biotech here I saw this morning. Nope, I don't have it now. It's not coming up, so we'll skip it. Let's go to News Corp, which is NWS. This is also a name that's going to be broken up, they say, into two different companies. Stocks trading at 21.19. I don't see a lot of upside from here, so be a little bit careful with it here. But if it does trade higher, I guess it could go to around the 22 and then 22.80 levels. But I'm not sure I see a lot of upside in this thing from here. But it is rumored to be broken up into 2 or 3 different parts. So again, we'll have to watch that one very closely. Let's take a look at Siemens. Siemens is trading lower. This is a German company. Siemens trading down to 77.60. Be careful here. This stock's next big level for this stock, believe it or not, is all the way down to around $69 or $70. So this has further downside to go. I don't know if it gets there today, but hey, you never know. If these things catch fire, they could trade down there. Other than that, I would not touch it right now. I'd wait for that level to be hit. If the level is not hit, just leave it alone. There's not a lot to do with it right now. You don't want to do too much with it. So that's pretty much it. Seagate, STX, is also trading a little bit higher. It is starting to fade. I just don't see it in Seagate this morning. I know it's up a little bit before the open, but again, I'm just not seeing a lot of motion there, a lot of activity. If it trades higher, it still has a lot of resistance at 26. I wouldn't short it. I wouldn't buy it. I wouldn't do anything with it. If it breaks down lower, then ultimately it wants to tag the daily chart 200 MA at 21.25. But not a lot to do with Seagate here, but it is trading higher in the pre-market and worth noting. We'll have some better gap plays in the morning once earnings season starts up again, which will be relatively pretty soon. But right now, this is what I'm looking at. There are some other movers out there, but nothing major from what I'm seeing. The last stock I have on my list is Tesla, and that's TSLA. This is the car manufacturer, trading down a little bit, coming from a high pivot. So this one could trade lower today. You want to be a little bit careful with Tesla. It's been a strong name though recently, but just chopping around right now, and today it's trading down about $1. I don't want to make too much out of $1. If it closes below 32, then you got to get concerned, because this thing looks like it wants to trade back down towards the 27 and 25 levels. But right now it's still not in terrible shape yet, and we'll just see how it plays out. But that's all I have as far as stocks go. Today you want to watch. There will be some economic news out a little bit later. I believe at 9 a.m. you're going to get the Case-Shiller Home Price Index. And then at 10 a.m. I think you get consumer confidence, and the Richmond Fed Manufacturing Index will both be released at that time. So we'll see how the market plays out. Again, it's a very, very vulnerable market, but the dollar will dictate every move Here you can see futures have made a little bit of a pop right back up, but look what happened there. The dollar came right back down. So if the dollar comes down, futures will make a move higher. If the dollar moves up, the markets, the overall stock indexes, will make a move lower. We'll leave it there. Want to wish you all a great trading day, and we'll see you all on the charts tomorrow. Take care now.